Hello, I am Esperancer, your coach for the Pick'em crew, and we are just going to jump right into week 2. So first of all, week 2 statistics. Our second week had 52 participants, and as a whole you guys did a lot better than you did last week. 171 correct predictions and 89 incorrect predictions for a success rate of 65.77%. And fun fact, there was not a single match that was sub 50%, so you guys actually got all the matches correct more than 50% of the time. In fact, the average this week was 3 correct answers, which is not bad, you guys. You guys really nailed it this week. For the locks, you guys really nailed it on the locks too, but that's mostly because of some popular locks winning their matches this week. 40 correct locks and 12 incorrect locks for a success rate of 76.92%. This week there were 8 players that had a perfect week, and not a single one of you got the imperfect 0. So good job, you all got at least 1 point this week. So going into the first match, we had the Texas Rangers, our upset from last week, going up against the Durham Druddigons, a very popular coach and 6-foot hacks who took a devastating loss last week and is hoping to bounce back. If you picked the Durham Druddigons to win, you got a point. There were 33 of you that did pick the Durham Druddigons, so good job to you guys. Despite last week's upset, the Texas Rangers did not increase in popularity very much, with only 3 players choosing them as the lock for 5.77%. However, last week's loss took a toll on the Druddigons. Only 6 people chose to lock them. As you remember, they were the second most popular lock last week, 1 vote behind the LA Flippables, and this week they tanked to 4th place. So hopefully this win will increase their popularity again, and they'll have more people choosing them as their lock next week. Game 2 was the Rosa-Radenburg versus the Toronto StarRaptors. And the StarRaptors took this one. If you chose the Token Minorities Jolt to be the winner, then you got a point. This was the least correctly picked out of all the matches, but we still had 31 correct picks for close to 60%, which is pretty good, and this goes a long way towards having the record that we did this week with 2/3 of the matches being correctly predicted. The Rosa-Radenburg had 3 players select them as their lock, and the Token Minorities Jolt and his StarRaptors, despite not having very many locks last week, had 9 of you lock them this week for the 3rd most popular lock, I believe. Actually, I think that might be the 2nd most popular. I do believe that's the 2nd most popular lock this week. So not bad, jumping up in the popularities, probably using his platform as a very popular YouTuber to help along with that. Next up, we have Game 3, the New York Lynx versus the LA Flippable. It's Gregulator, of course, hoping to bounce back from last week, and he dominated with that 5-0 victory. So if you selected the LA Flippable to win, as most of you did, 40 correct picks, 76.92% of you, then you got a point. Also, the LA Flippable was by far the most popular lock this week with 16 locks for 30%, or 31% close to. Only 3 players, however, supported Papacy and his New York Lynx, and we hope that he will do better in week 3 to bounce his season back. Next up, game number 4 was the Norwich Skitty versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Both teams trying to get a running start after dropping their first match. And this was the 2nd most correctly picked, with 35 of you correctly picking the Norwich Skitty to be the winner. And if you did so, then you got a point. And as you can see, I forgot to change the titles in this slide. Both teams had only 1 loyal fan select them as their locks though, so if you were that 1 loyal fan that selected the Skitty, then you got your lock this week. And if you were disappointed and selected the Memphis Grizzlies as your lock, well, better luck next week. And the final match was the Newcastle Umbreon against the Montreal Habsels. And if you selected the Habsels to win, then you got a point, as 32 of you have. The Newcastle Umbreon only had 2 players locked from this week, while Montreal was the 3rd most popular lock with 8 players choosing them as their lock. So not bad at all. So let's go into shoutouts. Congratulations on a perfect week to BEML, Claude9, Moxie Infernape, Narth Vader, Nunog7, Pokemelon123, StabX4, and StarRaptor118. And also congratulations to all the players in our pick crew for having such a successful week, having none of you get that imperfect 0. So there's no shoutouts for the imperfect 0 this week. And don't forget to get your week 3 pick'ems in. The pick'em forum does open on Sunday evenings Eastern Standard Time, and it goes all the way until Friday evenings at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So you have until the end of today to get your picks in for week 3, and I think it's going to be a tough one. I don't think we're going to see you guys do as well for week 3 as you guys did for week 2, but here's hoping. Don't let me down, pick crew. I am your host, Espelancer, and I'm signing out.